just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig. You decide when you lose, not other people. And Blabs.
I like pickles.
And co-hosted by our friends from around the internet. If you like common sense, hit that thumbs up button and of course the subscribe button and join us Monday through Friday live at 11 a.m. Central Time. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on God's green earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SideScrollersPodcast.com. What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday to you. Hello, I'm Stuttering Craig. My, oh my. Are we going to end the week strong? It's Finish Strong Friday here on Side Scrollers, as my good papa would always tell me as a young lad. Finish strong, Craig. Well, here we are, ready to go. Going to finish strong here on this Friday. Blabs, how are you? Are you ready to finish strong?
Yeah, actually, I woke up this morning. I was like, "Ugh, Friday, I did it." But I just want to shout out, good job, Craig, and his little mixer for not fucking up the intro. The music's still playing, and it's not drowning you out.
Love that. Let's go. That's
18 months, and we got it.
It's 18 months and 1 day. We have
We finally did it.
successfully figured out the audio version of our podcast, which is great. Congratulations. Woohoo! You know, we probably should have talked to one of our guests about this, because every time he's on, he sounds so crisp, so clear. We have two wonderful friends today.
Two tisms.
And I bet they're both going like, which one of us sounds so crisp and clear? Sorry, Roddy, I'm talking about John. Hello, John.
I really thought I was going to be one of the shitty audio there.
No, you sound great. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm glad you're going to hang out with us today, man. We got so much to talk about. It's going to be a good one. You got anything exciting going on?
Yeah, I made a new Arby and the Chief about Luigi's Mansion 2. I'm premiering that today at noon Pacific time, and I haven't been uploading anything for a while, but I've been working my ass off, and it's been really difficult, like after moving and everything to a new place. And but now I feel like I'm finally in a comfortable routine, and I can start feeling creative again and getting shit done. So
start feeling creative. The creativity's flowing through John, which is great.
It is.
Well, I'm glad you're with us today, buddy. It's going to be a great one today, and we will absolutely be pushing to the new Arby and the Chief episode once we're done here. So
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course, you guys can find links to that down in the description. We'll make sure everybody has an opportunity to go watch it. You said it's about 10 minutes long?
12 minutes, yeah, altogether.
Well, that extra 2 really. Damn.
Not 10, okay, 12.
Right. All right. Also joining us today, in addition to John, we got our boy Roddy. He's a Transformer lover, mother sucker.
Cowabunga, my fellow normal men.
That's right.
What's going on, everybody?
How's the world of Transformers treating you?
Up and down. But we got a new movie coming out next month, right? That Transformers 1 that a bunch of people are going to see the premieres for. I'm currently working on my next Transformers retrospective, which is episode 100 for me. So special, in fact, that I actually got the voice actor for the character is going to be doing a little clip segment at the tail end of my video, which is going to be kind of cool. So it's going to be really, really fun. And on top of that, just got a bunch of toys that I got to open up and actually review. So,
oh drat, the life of you, God, Roddy. I have all these toys I had to review. I'm a grown ass man.
I love it.
Hey, that's me too.
Bumblebee right here, man. Check them out.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
The new movie you're talking about, doesn't it have like Chris Hemsworth in it or something like that?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is doing a young Optimus Prime. They're going to be doing their own version of the origin of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Like, instead of making it where going by the older stories, they're going with a new idea that they were friends before the war. And
best friends like Fox and the Hound. That's funny.
Or like, Xavier and Magneto, or whatever. Right. But
Fox and the Hound.
So do we know what caused the best friend, the BFF split to where
The rift.
like
probably
Let's
the
not.
two of them have different ideologies and they went in different directions.
Oh,
kind
so
of thing.
So 2016 happened. Got it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Pretty much.
Well, look, we got a great show, guys. Glad everybody's hanging out with us today. Roddy, obviously, John, and Blabs, of course. I'd like to remind everybody we are live over at the Green Umble, starting with an R because we can't say the word over on YouTube.
The hard R.
We also have an X account where you could have found out that obviously Roddy and John were going to be on the show today. You can also listen to the show and watch it over there as well, over at Side Scroller Pod over on X. If you haven't followed us over there, make sure you guys do it over there as we continue to grow a little bit more every day. We also have an Instagram account, I believe, don't we, Blabs?
We do, so follow some memes and clips for the show. Otherwise, John's going to get his little chief to go and beat you all up.
His chief?
Yeah.
All right.
I talked to him about it. He's ready.
Yeah, he's ready to go. After this YouTube video later, he's like, all right, taking him out one by one.
I are going to kick your ass or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, spell Togath backwards, and that's probably what he's going to be saying.
Blabs, I got good news for you.
What?
Today is the last day I will ever bring up kick.com/side-scrollers because we are currently sitting at 669 followers over on Kick. And if it stays right there, I will never mention it again. Now, we will continue to stream over there. But if it goes up or down, that is when I will mention it again. So if you want it to be mentioned again, then you follow. If not, keep it right here. We got a perfect number right here. So thank you, Kick at kick.com/side-scrollers. And we're done. Don't forget, you can also listen to the show over on Apple Podcast and Spotify, which is wonderful. And of course, I'm going to encourage you guys to head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com. That is our home base from here on out. We are making the move over there, going to be doing more exclusive stuff. Labs and I are going to be recording a bunch of stuff early next week and bringing you guys exclusive stuff that we're not going to put over on YouTube or anywhere else. It's going to be just on sidescrollerspodcast.com. And I would like to remind everybody, since once again, we are 18 months and 1 day old today. We have a nice little sale. If you like to support us, right? We have you can use promo code NORMAL and get literally half off membership over at sidescrollerspodcast.com. We passed 69 members yesterday, which was wonderful. Which, hey, like if I can say 69 14 more times in the show, I will. But,
nice.
Head over there and nice. That's right. And head over there and become a member. We'd really appreciate it. It's great. It's a great way to support. And I plan on doing a lot more like exclusive stuff, including some live streams and live events over there as well. So head on over there and check it out. But if you are new to us over here on YouTube, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Join the 91,000 just normal men looking for common sense in the video game and entertainment space. Let's do our best to get to 1,000 likes. Currently sitting at 321. So scroll your little mouse over there, hit that thumbs up button, and let's continue to grow every single day. And let's do our best to get to 25 memberships today. I think I can, and we will. All right, let's get on it. Am I clipping still, Blabs?
Yes, but also you're going to have to keep on mentioning Kick because we're at 672 followers now.
Nice.
So.
All right. Motherfuckers. All right. You guys, you support way too good, guys. It's ridiculous. Speaking of support, David came in right off the bat, says reject diversity, return to monkey. All right. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Unintelligent Design says Rodimus Primal. Long time no see. It's Liam. Hey. And Clemson says John is greater than Mazza. Well established. Apparently everybody is greater than Maz, which is great. All right. Well, look, we got a lot going on today. I'm glad everybody's joined us, and let's get into it. Blabs, please fill us in on today in video game history.
Okay. Good luck, everybody. August 16th, we have High Seas Havoc releasing back in 1993.
What the fuck are we doing?
Why? What's wrong with that?
Uh-oh.
I did my bestest. Shut up. Anyway, Dark Watch was released back in 2005, and then we have Sonic Gems Collection also releasing back in 2005. Yay!
Okay.
There was no console birthday today. I'm sorry.
No, those are very few and far between along the way. So look.
Did anyone understand what he just said?
Did I clip or something?
No, it just didn't make any sense.
I said the consoles are very few and far between along the way.
Oh, that's what you were referring to. You said it's. I'm like, what, the video games that I picked out? I don't know.
No.
Gotta be specific, boy.
All right. Don't boy me.
You guys, look, no. Okay, here's the thing. When John showed up, you two both start going, oh, hey, man, how's it going, man? All of a sudden, but if I go and say boy, Craig's like, whoa, you can't sit with us. So, like, I want to be a boy, too, okay?
Blabs, do you need a pickle?
Hold on, Roddy, real quick. Blabs, please put the time code down on that, and so that can go on our brand new intro very soon. I want to be a boy too. There we are.
I want to be a real boy like Pinocchio. Okay.
All right, Kris. All right, here we go.
My name is not Kris Tyson. I don't harass kids.
It's the other way around. Sorry, my fault.
Kids
I will
harass me.
I'll tell you this, Blabs. You did miss some real bangers today, here on the 16th of August, including Jennifer Capriati tennis for the Sega Genesis. ECW Anarchy Rules for the PlayStation, and let's see what else we have today in the world. Oh, Lizzie McGuire 3 Homecoming Havoc for the GBA. So
I'm sorry, you wanted to pick Lizzie McGuire?
No, I'm just
Sonic?
kidding.
No,
Blabs. This is all. No,
I've never even seen Lizzie McGuire before. I'm just putting that out there.
You're
but
a girl.
I said that once on Twitter. Ryan told me to go fuck myself. It was weird.
Ryan Kennel?
Yeah, he told me to go fuck myself.
Ryan Kennel of all things? Like, hey.
Yeah. I remember that specifically because I was like, all right. But yeah, I've never seen Lizzie McGuire. Because I didn't have Disney back when I was a kid. I didn't have cable, so I missed that. Then when I finally did, it was like Hannah Montana. Anyway, it was fine.
Well, thanks for your bravery and sharing that with us, Blabs. Appreciate that. John, you ever seen Lizzie McGuire?
No, I thought it was a Nickelodeon show. Yeah, I never watched.
My Lizzie McGuire knowledge isn't a whole lot, so I think it's Disney, I believe. Roddy, do you have any? Can you confirm or deny Lizzie McGuire being Disney or not?
It is.
I don't remember. It's been a long. There were an awful lot of casualties that day.
Man. All right, look. So we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be flying through the news. We're glad you guys have joined us here on this wonderful Friday as we're going to finish strong into the weekend here. There's a lot of great things to talk about. So let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
Hard News.
All right.
Giggity.
So we've been. What's that? I'm sorry. Right? What's that, Ronnie?
Giggity.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
You like those? That's pretty good, John. That's not bad. pretty.
I can do some impressions.
Pretty good Quagmire. What's your best? What's your best there, John? What's your best impression you got?
Oh shit! Don't ask me that. I don't know. I'm not good at coming up with stuff on the fly, but sometimes.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. This certainly there was a lot of research that was put into this. This was not thought up on the fly, as we've been talking a lot about interesting food over the past week. We've had a number of different food combinations. We talked about the infamous mayo and coffee combination based off the mayo fragrance. What else did we have this week, Blabs?
What did we have?
Did you see the sheer terror in her face when I asked her that?
Because also I was muted for a second, so I was like, "Let me try this button," and it worked. But Dr. Pep, no, Coca-Cola and Oreos. There you go.
The chat knows. Look at Sean. The pretzel perfume, Blabs.
That's not a food though. Crossover.
A pretzel is in fact food.
Yeah, but it's a perfume. It's not like a food with a food. It's a food with rubbing alcohol.
All right. Well, look. We're great, Blabs. Good job. All right. We do have another crossover, gentlemen. Another crossover that was announced yesterday. And this time we are combining two of the most sugary substances in the world. We are talking the combination, friends, of donuts and Dr. Pepper. So there we are. First off, John, have you had Dr. Pepper before?
I have, yeah.
Okay. And
I know
Roddy,
what it
your
tastes
thoughts on
like,
Dr.
and
Pepper?
it's. Go ahead.
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to say it sounds fucking gross. Because I know what Dr. Pepper tastes like, and tasting that in a donut is not appealing to me at all.
Roddy, your thoughts on the Dr. Pepper Dunkin' Donuts crossover?
Want to try it? That's like so much sugar, like hitting you all at once. Fun fact: my wife used to wear a Dr. Pepper lip gloss when we first started dating.
So 90s, so early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yep. And so,
Nice.
yeah, Dr. Pepper, Krispy Kreme, and Krispy Kreme's like everywhere. I more see Dunkin' Donuts than anything else, but like, you know, everybody loves Krispy Kreme. It's the donuts, like they're just like a lot of sugar hitting you all at once.
Right. Well,
Diabetes.
for those who haven't had a Dr. Pepper, and this is gonna, if you've, it has a very interesting flavor. Blabs, you have Dr. Pepper? Surely you have, yeah.
I have. It's actually filmed on a video on YouTube, my first ever Dr. Pepper, and it's disgusting. Disgusting. Tastes like cough medicine. Absolutely vile. And I have to say, Krispy Kremes are like plastic cardboard. Not
What
real
the
food
fuck?
donuts.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
they're shit. They're shit, man.
Okay.
I mean,
All right,
they
well,
probably were good once upon a time, but now they're so like commercialized and industrialized that they're just cardboard. Yay!
So
I'd rather go to Timmy's, okay? John, let's go to Timmy's, yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
So Dr. Pepper is, for those who have had it, it has a really unique flavor to it. And the flavor that has been best described is like a dark cherry. And when you, if you were to have it again and you were to think about it, like that's, and if you think dark cherry, when you have it, you go, oh, okay, I can see that. It's like a dark cherry flavor. So, you know, there's not really a whole lot about like how this is going to be. This is going to be a cream filled donut, a Dr. Pepper cream filled donut. So it's not going to be on top. It's the you know, so they're going to inject the Dr. Pepper cream into said donut, which I don't know.
So it's going to taste like a vanilla Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a great way to describe it. I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I don't know. Dr. Pepper's king down here in Texas. That's like the drink. People drink it more than water down here.
More than Mountain Dew.
Really?
No. Dr. Pepper is like the king of the king of drinks down here.
Wow.
And Diet Dr. Pepper in particular, man. Diet Dr. Pepper is god tier down here. But with that said, I wanted to use this opportunity to transition to other fast foods or other junk foods that have been released over the last little bit, over the last 20, 30 years that have been discontinued. Now, I found this thread on X, and I wanted to go through these with you guys to see if you tried any of these. And chat, obviously, you guys are the fifth chair today, so I want to hear y'all's thoughts on every single one of these as we go along. But this is a thread of nostalgic food and drink that have been discontinued. So I wanted to go down this list with you guys, and you tell me if you've had any one of these things, okay? And obviously, love to hear your thoughts. Now, some of these, by the way, were discontinued before Blabs was even born, so that'll be always fun. So, all right, are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
First one. Do you guys remember Doritos 3D?
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
Are those like pizza shapes things? Like what?
So
Hot
they
Pocket?
weren't chips. They were like puffed up, almost like bugles, right? Except a closed version of the bugle, and it was popped up, and inside the middle was like air. These are, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought these were pretty okay. I remember getting these back in the day. And the fact you can get a super grab bag for 99 cents, and now that bag is like $7 says a lot, but whatever.
They
Like
tasted fine. It's just cringe marketing. Like 3D chips, they're coming right at you. It's like,
whoa. Yes, it was very late
Stupid.
90s, early 2000s. Like, whoa.
yeah.
All you
Right.
needed was a guy in a backwards hat going radical. Like they could have put me on from Screw Attack on the chip bag, and it would have been great, right? So,
I
All right,
kind of
so-
want to try those. Those look cool.
well, you can't because they've been gone for 20 years, Blabs. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I need to get into my time machine.
Yes, we're gonna hop you back in there.
Mhm.
Okay, so we got Doritos 3Ds. Next, we have classic OG Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
Yeah, man.
I've seen those before. I think I've tried the icing.
Yeah, it's pure sugar. And the Now I think these are actually the new Dunkaroos, because I think the old Dunkaroos actually had, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think they were like little kangaroo cookies that you could.
Yeah. There was like a little ruse.
Because it was
Yeah.
a kangaroo was the mascot for it, and
Right.
Yeah.
And now they just have little circles, like
Boring.
boring. I'm pretty sure these actually still exist, but the classic Dunkaroos don't. So, so little whatever. Next on our list, Planters cheese balls. Do you guys ever have these back in the day?
Yep.
Not from Planters, no.
it's just basically cheese balls done by Planters. It's
Yeah.
the same thing you'd get everywhere.
All right. Next one hit me in the nostalgia really hard. Shark bites.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. There was nothing more exciting,
right?
What's
or
that?
you
What's that?
traded for something else.
Well, listen, there was nothing more exciting than going to school and having some sort of shaped fruit snack, whether it was a shark or a plane or something along those lines, or like a video game character. I'm just saying, like, these were awesome. I love these little things, these little shark bites back in the day. John, you probably, I don't know, you probably never had these before, have you?
No, well, I don't think I've had them, but I remember seeing it like on the shelves.
That's right. John knows. John over in the chat says the hammerheads were the best. That's right. That's right.
No, I want to put some hammerheads in my Zoo Tycoon. It's fine. But I've never seen these in my life. I just want to point that out.
Next up, Butterfinger BBs.
Yep.
You guys, these little
Simpsons
tiny little.
were still part of the advertisement for Butterfinger at the time when they actually introduced the Butterfinger BBs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, man, Bart Simpson was huge, and you can see the Simpsons on the packaging here with Bart and Lisa and Maggie and Homer.
Yeah.
This
Are
is
these
a big part.
so much like Reese's Pieces but Butterfinger?
Pretty much, yeah. Like Whopper size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
That's actually kind of cool. They should have never discontinued that.
Which tastes better than Whoppers, because Whoppers are so bad for your teeth.
Dude, I love.
No one better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Butterfinger BBs.
BBs.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. The Whopper itself, I think, is actually good, but only like once a year. You can have the Whopper at Halloween, and that's it. Yeah. All right, next up on our list, the snack wrap. Okay, that's fine. Fruitopia. Do you guys remember Fruitopia?
They were trying to compete, I think, with Snapple, or was it the same company that made Snapple?
Yeah, I think this is a Coke drink back in the day. Fruitopia.
Never heard of it.
Okay, all right. Obviously, the
huge.
Altoids.
Oh, Altoids. Wait, they made.
Oh, they're gone
sours?
now. They don't make Altoids anymore.
Not the sugary, different kind. The Altoid sours.
Sours.
Okay.
Mhm.
These were the Altoids specifically were your savior when it came down to date nights. When you're taking a girl out on a Friday night, you need a can of Altoids handy.
Roddy's used to going down memory lane. My girlfriend, when we first started dating, she had Dr. Pepper lipstick, sour Altoids when you first start dating. Down memory lane.
Right. But Roddy over here thinking about Roddy, are you the guy that in addition to Altoids helps save you, Axe body spray also helps save you as well?
No. My brother used Axe body spray though. That stuff smelled horrible.
Oh, that's
Pro
funny
tip:
stuff.
don't buy Axe body spray.
No, man, bad stuff. All right, Squeeze-Its. This is like a fruit, a 10% fruit juice. And by the way,
I remember
you can save 0 cents with this coupon right here.
Wow,
that's pretty good stuff right there. Yeah. All right. Then we have crispy M&Ms. You guys recall these at all?
Crispy M&Ms.
Kind of.
Pretty much M&M Whoppers.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I don't remember these.
Going back to the Butterfinger BBs, and there must have been a big strive in the market, or big hole in the market for Whopper style products, because they were both discontinued around the same time. Let's continue on. We got Heinz, yes, the gross different colored ketchup, the green ketchup. We talked about that on the show before.
I love the Shrek bottles though. That is so cool.
But I guarantee you would not put green ketchup on anything.
Ew, no.
No. Ugh, gross.
I mean, the evolution from glass bottles needed to happen. I mean, that was fucking stupid. Knocking that
What?
ketchup
No,
out.
glass bottles are so much more fun.
How is that fun?
Because it
Whacking
comes
it like
out
that
better.
over and over. Get the
It's
fuck
a
out.
skill. It's a special skill you have to acquire over time.
Do you know the secret for the Heinz 57 bottle? Do you know like the glass bottle? Do you know anything? Do you know the secret that's associated with it? Like how to actually use it?
No.
So on the glass bottle itself, let me see if I can find it. Yes, here it is right here. So on the glass bottle itself, if you're having trouble getting the ketchup on, when you bend it, there's a 57 right here. See that?
Mhm.
And you actually you actually dap it on your hand, right? If you have the ketchup bottle, right? Let me see if I can here. So if you have a ketchup bottle and you tap it like that,
yeah, and it's
on the 57, that's how the ketchup comes out. So there you go.
John's like, I'm about to go buy a glass bottle and test this out. He's gonna have Arby do it actually real soon.
This is all true.
Arby versus
This
ketchup.
is why they've made the squeeze bottles now, you know?
Yeah. You just go
For Neanderthals, we can't use glass.
Man. Okay, this is the one that really this is the one that really hit me. And I saw that it was discontinued in 1995, and I was like, what the hell? Roddy, maybe you remember this. PB Crisps.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
Yep.
I saw this, they were discontinued like 30 years ago. And I remember everything about these. Like literally, like the taste, the flavor, the packaging. These were the shit to me. I love these things, man. In chat, let me know if you ever had PB Crisps, because these things were awesome. And then obviously we talked about the Wendy's Super Buffet. And I don't remember Tops.
Remember Sizzler?
Juice. Oh, yeah, of course, Sizzler. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So either way, Yermo knows. That's right. They did rule, man. This is just the best. But anyways, little trip down memory lane right there for everybody.
Super chat.
Matthew came in and says, you put your finger in it and then it comes out fast. Ladies understand.
Gross.
Relax, Matthew. Just relax. Ridiculous. Zach came in and says just seeing these things makes me feel old, and I'm only 35. Sorry, Zach. Matthew's a new member for 8 months, and RL Dog says Jack's Link says Dr. Pepper flavored beef sticks. I saw that in an ad today. Gross. Ooh. Lord Botha came in and says, y'all trying to eat Dr. Pepper's cream? Nasty. Hey, just relax. Relax with that.
Yeah, Surge.
The singing Tig says, so it's a deep
yeah.
that won't be memed. Mika says, where is Surge? Yes, Surge, of course. Brilliant back in the day. And then finally, oh, you're right. You Blabs you're right, Blabs. We'll keep going to that in a second. It says, absolutely ready. Says Dr. Pepper is bad for kids. So is Dr. Disrespect. Well, we'll get into somebody else who's bad for kids in a second as well. And Ben then says, mayo and peas pizza topping. Go. That's a non-starter for me.
What the fuck?
There you go, Blabs. Let them know. Unacceptable.
No.
Thoughts on peas on pizza, John?
No, I don't approve. I wouldn't.
No.
Hard disagree.
As would any normal man. That's right. Squatch Hammer came in at the 10. Says you need wood to be a boy, Blabs. Lucky for you, I have plenty to spare. Oh, you need wood to be a boy, Blabs. Lucky for you, I have plenty. Okay, thank you, Squatch Hammer. Don't make it weird.
I bet it's really small.
Speedy Cake. Speedy Cake came into the 10. Says, hey, Craig, I just saw a movie trailer you might get a laugh out of. I posted it in the movies tab on the Discord. Also, you still doing the chip challenge? If so, why not Wheel of Fortunate with the spinning arrow and have some fun? Speedy Cake, I like how you're thinking. No, I'm not doing that. That was a July thing, but we could bring it back on special occasions. I think that'd be fun. Thank you, Speedy Cake. Appreciate that. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to some more quick hits here. This is a meme that got passed around, and I got to be honest, it's funny as shit. So we're gonna watch it. We all know the ongoings with Mr. Tyson, Kris Tyson from Mr. Beast, and the insanity associated with that, the allegations of talking to kiddos and everything associated with that, and Mr. Beast and the issues that have been going on. And this story has continued to percolate behind the scenes. There were some leaked messages a couple days ago, I think yesterday, from Kris Tyson's like they friend. How's that? Their they friend, and pretty much confirming there's a lot of things that came out. Like Mr. Beast is kind of freaking out. They don't want Kris Tyson talking about this stuff and blah 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 blah. But we saw this meme, and it's funny as shit. This is from Kongman over on X, and apparently Kris recently did a video where they took a lie detector test. And by the way, can we just start by like looking at how, like, honestly, the shoulder, the frame of the shoulder, like looks like a fucking linebacker. I'm just gonna throw this out there, but let's go and check out this video and see how this went. This obviously, we'll see how this goes.
Hello. I just want to double check. Do you actually like kids?
Yes, I love it.
That is true.
See? How many times are you going to ask that?
Do you watch them? Ooh.
Yes.
True.
Sorry.
Would you date someone your age?
Why would I do that? No.
True.
Hello.
Okay, so there you go. Just a little
AI generated or spliced clips, like real footage just spliced together?
No, it's definitely sliced together, but it is really, really good. Really,
My
really
favorite
good.
part though is that why would I do that?
Right.
God.
You know what I think the most insane thing about this is the way that Kris Tyson thinks how he should sound as a woman, right? When you listen to this, just how it sounds so like Valley Girl, like a 1989 movie character here along the way. It's just it's honestly, it's very insulting for women. At least I don't know, Blabs, you as a woman, you'd probably be able to speak better than me.
Oh, are you assuming my gender now? That's
sorry.
I'm a boy, actually, Pinocchio. But I don't know. I feel like since this is particularly all like AI altered, I would rather actually hear him pretend to be a she and actually see how he talks as trying to be a woman than base it off of this little meme 17 videos a second. Like I just think it's funny. I'm not offended by this.
Well, no, of course not. Of course not. All right. Well, so there we go. That's just Blab saw that.
Why would I do that?
Why would I do that?
They're minors for me. It's like, Christ.
All right. Speaking of juvenile and toxic, John, there's a video that was getting passed around. How often does this happen to you, John, where you see a clip of Arby and the Chief from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever it may be, and someone posts it on the internet and they just start laughing at it and you get tagged in it or you something along those lines? Because that's what happened in this situation.
Not often.
Not very often. No.
I feel like a few times a year I'll see something like this crop up.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever it does, I get a huge spike in like subscribers and views. I mean, well, a big spike, for my standards. And it's just like, it confirms what I already thought. Like, I think I have a lot of fans out there from the Machinima days who think I'm fucking dead after Machinima fell through. And it's like, rip John Graham, he will be missed. It's like, I'm not dead, motherfuckers. I'm still making shit. I still got my YouTube channel. I want to make stuff just because I'm not working for Machinima anymore. Like,
right. Machinima's been dead for a decade. It's like, it's the same way. There's a lot of people who are G1s from back in the old Screw Attack days. And like they'll, I kind of disappeared from the internet for the better part of like, I don't know, 6-7 years. I was still doing stuff, but it wasn't nearly as, it wasn't meant to be nearly as out there. And so I see people who kind of pop in. They're like, oh my gosh, like, wow, it's great to see you. And you're not fucking insane, right? That's like the number one thing that I hear. Oh, it's so great to see somebody who's not fucking insane in the video game space that I grew up watching. But you were not tagged in this video, but it did kind of pop off over here. Let's go check out this clip here. This is it says most of y'all are too young to remember this era. So let's go ahead and check out this little clip.
Okay, who was the fucking retard in our team that kept carrying the flag the wrong way? This John C.J. Graham guy?
You got something to say to me? Ouch.
Yeah, you suck.
I am better than you at least, douchebag.
You had -3 kills and 41 deaths.
Your mom had -3 kills in bed last night.
Oh, no, he didn't. Shut up! That was the worst comeback I've ever heard.
Not as bad as your face.
That's it. You want to sell this man to man? Give me your address, you little shit.
Sure. Do you have a pen and paper? I'm in your mom's house. I'll be
You
waiting.
motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, you
So there you go.
So he's wearing the Halo 3 Special Edition helmet.
Oh man,
and yeah,
that takes
a
me
while
back.
ago. That was from Master Chief Sucks at Halo 3. That was my first video to Machinima.com.
Wow.
Oh, that's great stuff. And obviously your tweet, your quote tweet of that, juvenile toxic. Whoever made this should be ashamed.
Yeah. And I wasn't tagged because everyone thinks I'm dead. And
that's right.
I took a comedic opportunity, because I posted that, and just watching the reactions has been quite funny. I think most people are like, I know who made that, and they get the joke. But some people are like, fuck you, calling me slurs that I won't repeat here.
Are you serious?
What, you can't you wouldn't handle a Halo 3 or a Modern Warfare 2 lobby,
They're
you
saying
fucking
that
pussy.
to you?
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
Because
god.
they don't know, because I didn't make it clear that I actually made the clip. So I've just been enjoying some of the people shitting on me, and then it's double enjoyable when they realize. I wrote a paragraph and I deleted it when I realized who you were. I read your bio, and it's funny. Some people come to my defense too. It's like, leave him alone. Don't you know who it is? Read before you post. It's so funny.
That's great.
What I love about the humor of that clip is that it takes me back not only to Halo days, but also local multiplayer playing GoldenEye, or at the arcade and putting your quarter up and you're playing Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or Killer Instinct in the arcade, and someone's like, yo, you beat me with that. You hit the fatality on me. Let's take this outside. Let's take this, just the same trash talking that we would get, And nowadays they're like, it's so insensitive to do that. It's like, come on.
Right, shit talking, which is now illegal.
Yes.
In the UK, they'll arrest you apparently, right? And they want to extradite us if we for smack talk.
So we have some breaking news exclusive to Side Scrollers, right?
Oh.
This man is alive. The end.
Oh, thank you for that, Blabs. That's good.
I am alive. Unbelievable. I was here the whole time.
What a revelation.
We've actually had a couple big breaking news stories this week. Number one, that John is alive, and the other one that Ivan Reitman is dead.
Been dead
Yes,
2 years.
For 2 years. That's good. Well, we're glad you're still with us, John.
You guys didn't know Ivan was dead?
Yeah, he didn't know.
So little background on that. We were talking about the new Ghostbusters Netflix series that's coming along the way, and Ivan Reitman's son is going to be attached to it. And we were talking to Vera Dark about it, and I was like, well, you can have Ivan Reitman's son, and he'll be able to bounce ideas off his dad. And they Vera just well, Ivan Reitman's dead. So it was it's become a thing on the channel where we now know that breaking news, Ivan Reitman has indeed died in 2022. So that's right. This leads to a larger conversation though about the state of gaming and the state of specifically online gaming. And this has been an ongoing conversation about not just the pussification of America, but just gaming as a whole and society as a whole, right? We're so concerned about feelings along the way, right? Yeah. And Keemstar actually had an interesting tweet which I thought we could talk about, and he has his thoughts on how to save future Xbox consoles, and it actually has a direct correlation to the clip that we just showed from back in the day with Arby and the Chief. And his tweet goes as follows. Number one, you include a headset and mic with every console like the Xbox 360s did. Force the mic to be automatically on for all players with the option to mute, just like the old 360. Don't automatically mute toxic players if they receive too many reports or mute from other players. Use proximity mics like they did in Halo. He said, back in the day, we didn't just play for the game. We played because we were playing against real people, and we knew they were real because they were talking. Xbox and game developers spent the last decade trying to create safe places on console gaming and have destroyed the experience to the point that online games servers feel empty. They must put life back into the experience. It's the only way forward. John, I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it started before the 360 on the original Xbox. The 360, if you buy the console, it came with a headset. With the original Xbox, you bought the console on its own, and you bought a separate Xbox Live package that had the headset and a pack that you just slap into the controller. It had a one big button on it. It had an LED light that was red for off, green for on. Very easy to just plug in and use. And it's like if you had Xbox Live, you had the headset, absolutely. So everybody was using it. It's very easy to use. And a lot of time you would join lobbies and everybody would be chatting, and it was fun. You felt like sort of immersed in a room full of people. But now, like, I agree what Keemstar is saying, where you join a lobby and it feels dead. I mean, it's almost like you might as well be playing with a bunch of bots running around. And there's no sense of community engagement. There might be one person who has their mic connected at some point during the day when you're playing, and it's just like he has no incentive to talk because there's no one else. And a lot of people are on like private chat groups, like private chat or Discord or some private like voice server anyway. So that also adds to the problem of people not communicating in the game that they're in. And proxy chat should be a thing that comes back. Like, to be clear, when Keem says proxy mics, he's referring to proxy chat, where when you are in the radius of another player, you will hear what they're saying into their mic, and if you're far enough away, you'll stop hearing them. So yeah, I agree with his points here. That should make a comeback. Gaming lobbies and games need to feel alive again.
You muted, Craig.
Yeah, I'm just talking to myself. Roddy, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good idea because, this is what I was saying before. Like, this harkens all the way back to the days of arcade and local multiplayer, and the idea behind the headset was to make you feel like you were playing with other people. Even if they couldn't be over at your house, you can now play with other people. And now we're trying to make it safe for everybody. And it's like, when you make it safe for everybody, you don't make it, nobody is really enjoying it. It's not enjoyable. And so people are they're not playing the games the same way that they would before. So
back in the day with like all the games, they started off with that notification, like online content is not rated by the ESRB.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just like, go on there, but like, fuck, whatever you hear on there, it's nothing to do with us, okay? Have fun.
I tell you this much. Some of the stuff you'd hear on there is just the same trash talking that you would hear playing local multiplayer or arcades. It's no different. So what people don't understand is that's gaming culture. That's when you're playing games, you're just smack talking, like, it's like, it's not what your mom said last night. Like, come on, like, that's classic,
Right.
Going back to what Hell just super chatted. And by the way, just a quick note, we're going to be pulling super chats up like on the bottom of the screen. If they're like, if they're 10 and over, we'll definitely stop down to read them, but we will be pulling them up. We want to make sure they get acknowledged like while we're going along the way. So you'll see them on the bottom of the screen. But we may not necessarily read them every single time. So just want to give you guys a heads up on that. But Hell did point out, says with how aggressive moderation is now and the penalties that ripple through your account beyond the game, you'd have to be crazy to chat in game. And I think, it goes back to like the moderation that's been put in place has almost stifled the ability for people to talk. And I think there's a lot of truth in that, what Hell said. And it's almost sad, like that they put a muzzle on people's ability to like add to the experience. And I remember the first time, I vividly remember the first time I saw Xbox Live game chat. And specifically when it came to Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition was like an Xbox 360 or Xbox downloadable game. And I was like, I can't believe this is a reality. Like the fact that you could be playing Street Fighter against somebody in Ohio and tell them how bad they sucked.
Except
right?
that
Like
controller sucked. To play
Right.
Street Fighter on, oh, don't get me started on that controller.
But at the same time, the idea that I just had the ability to be like, hey, you suck so bad, right? And if you, that's just how people talk. That's how gamers talk in general. I have a very hard time believing that society has changed so much in the last 10 years that people are so soft that they don't shit talk to each other, right? Or that gamers have gotten so soft that they don't want to shit talk to each other. And tell me I'm wrong, because when you watch Evo or you watch any sort of competitive environment, guess what happens? They're shit talking, right? That's what happens on a day-to-day basis, on a match basis. You want to it's human nature to want to let somebody know how bad they suck or how much better you are than somebody else while you play. Because pride is a thing, you know? So
right, it's a highly competitive environment, and you're constantly getting dopamine spikes or deprivation in brain chemicals because you lose, and you know you take offense to it, and you want to vent frustration. But no, like to what you were saying before, this is a multifaceted problem. It's not just the hardware angle about making headsets easy to use and available. It's also, like you were saying, the policy of these like publishers. And, the moderation guidelines, and also the fact that everybody's streaming their gameplay. So many people are on Twitch. People don't want to be clipped on somebody's fucking stream or Let's Play, you know, and then go viral because they said something out of line. It's just like, who wants to even take the chance? Like, so I'll just shut up and not say anything.
Okay, hold on. Is this true? Blabs, can you do a little digging on this? Do they allow trash talk at Evo? Have they banned trash talk at Evo? And if that's the case, what the fuck? Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life if they ban trash talk. I mean, that's like honestly insulting. See if you can do a little
beast was unleashed.
Right, that's unreal. Like
a lot of people do like sorry, just one more thing. Like people do like trash talk. I mean, how many fucking Rocky movies or, you know, fighting movies have there been where you're waiting for the scene where the two fighters are at a press conference, right? And one of them says something spicy, and then they fucking get up from their chairs like, hey, you want to go? You want to go? And then the referee has to go, hey, boys, settle it in the ring, okay? Like, everybody's waiting for that scene in the movie to come up. So, like, the concept of shit talking, like, it's not foreign to people. People enjoy it.
Still happens with WWE and MMA, you know? Like, they still trash talk when they do their weigh-ins, you know? Like, they're still trying to get at each other's throats because they really want to get the crowd excited about two people getting ready to fight each other, you know?
Well, I mean, yes, this is a considerably more physical thing than playing a fighting game, right? Or playing Call of Duty. Right? But at the end of the day, the result is still the same. The story is still the same. The idea that one person is going to top the other person along the way. And that's the same with video games. There is a result. There is a finishing result that says, hey, John is better than Roddy in Halo 2 or whatever it is, Halo 5, Street Fighter 6, whatever it is. And there's a resolution to the whole thing. And that's what we're missing. But
I'll beat you down in Street Fighter Alpha 3, though.
I suck at Street Fighter, man. Yeah.
But it's an interesting conversation. Will Xbox ever do some of these suggestions? Absolutely not. There's zero chance that they open up a microphone. You know, you see the settings that they have now where everything is it's all built around making sure that no naughty words get through. You know, so there's no way they're going to open up a live mic initially like the Xbox 360 had. It's man, that's
and it's also a community policing problem. You know, because people will go viral for reporting someone else. Like, look what this guy said on my stream. Can you believe this? They're incentivized to do that. They'll get likes and subscribers. So, like, you got to be careful. Sometimes it's not even about whatever the company says, whatever the publisher is saying you can't or can't say.
Mm-hmm. Normal Man came in and says, wasn't one of the biggest YouTube channels, Epic Rap Battles in history, entirely trash talking? Correct.
There you go.
Right. You are correct. That was the entire idea of dissing somebody. It was done creatively, but yeah. Lads, what'd you find about Evo?
So here is from the official website. Let me just zoom this in for you guys since it's pretty small. There we go. It says actions that will lead to a player receiving a warning include excessive trash talking personally directed at other players. But then if you continue down, it says actions that will lead a player being removed from the events include repeat of actions following a warning. So yes, excessive trash talking will get you removed.
So if you make somebody feel bad in the video game,
matter.
right, you can get removed from Evo. So that's good. That's ridiculous. And once again, who decides what's excessive?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. I can't stand it when there's some point in the guidelines where it's like, don't cause stress or like hurt somebody's self-esteem. What the fuck does that even mean?
Right.
Like nobody's allowed to feel any sort of pain or shame ever anymore. Like how are you supposed to grow? You know?
Well, no, we're gonna carry everybody around like babies. We're gonna carry everybody around and make sure and put them over our shoulder and make sure they're good, make sure they're okay, and they put them in a little bubble. So anytime something bad happens, you say it's okay, baby. And you know who the mama's gonna be?
May break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
That's right, Roddy. and you know who's going to be the big mama of all this? It's going to be the government and Microsoft deciding it'll be okay, video gamers. It'll be all right. Fucking pathetic.
Speaking of a pen,
the power of what?
The power of a pen.
I was going to say the power of one, the power of two, the power of
started.
Hey, speaking of babies, real quick, I just want to take a second. Our boy Adam Krigler is supposed to be having their child here really, really soon. So just wanted to say happy birthday to new baby and congratulations.
Right on. I was on last time he was on, so he was we were celebrating it. That's right.
Yep. Baby's coming soon. So Adam, hey man, looking forward to hearing all the stories and everything. And congratulations when baby comes, whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next couple days. So, anyways, congratulations to Adam.
That's nice. Good for him.
Yeah, life's about to get better, baby. Life's about to get better. Hey, thanks so much for that Nest track. Appreciate that. It's awesome. If you guys got gifted membership, make sure you guys say a thank you. Consider paying it forward. One last thing before we move on from that conversation, and that is once again, John has a new video coming out today. It's Arby and the Chiefs play Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, which is, as you can see, you lied to me, John. It's 12 minutes and 59 seconds.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh my God, you sit on a throne of lies, John. How could you do this?
Shame.
Ridiculous.
Everyone throw rocks at John.
So that'll be premiering in a couple hours. You can find the link to that in the description below. So
you know, I never finished Luigi's Mansion. I think I have the second one. I don't know what happened. I think I encountered like a glitch because I couldn't go past and I couldn't open any doors, and I was just there for like an hour, and my chat couldn't figure it out either. So I eventually just rage quit, and I never went back to it. And this was over a year ago now.
The first Luigi's Mansion on GameCube is brilliant. Like, it's one of the best. I think it's one of the best horror games ever made. Really, I mean, the way it cartoonifies ghost hunting, and the way that Nintendo makes it mechanically sound in terms of gameplay. It's just, there's nothing else like it. It's really good.
It's like Ghostbusters with Luigi.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Thank you very much, Flickerbox. Appreciate that. And that's exactly where we're at. Really appreciate your support, man. All right, let's go and move on to a interesting story, which has a direct tie to video games, as one of the biggest franchises in video games is the Madden franchise. American football. It's a simulation game. Obviously, everybody knows Madden. It's been around for 30 years. And the idea behind John Madden Football originally was that it was going to be the like the most authentic version of NFL football, or football as a whole, because prior to Madden, like, there was no 11 players on screen. It was like 8 or 7 or 5. And John Madden Football became this thing to where most people actually just knew the game Madden, and they didn't actually know that Madden was a very famous broadcaster, a Hall of Fame. I think he was in the Hall of Fame as broadcasting. I think he was a football player as well, and of course he was a Hall of Fame coach as well. So he was like a master of all things football. But most people know the Madden name from the game itself. So with that said, to our story here, they're doing a biopic of John Madden, and the actor who's playing this is odd, to say the least. But I got to be honest, I'm kind of intrigued by this because it's starring Nic Cage, who's set to play John Madden in the new biopic. Obviously, Nic Cage is the coolest motherfucker on earth. John, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you know anything a whole lot about John Madden?
No, not John Madden in particular, but Nicolas Cage has an incredible amount of range, and he's been killing it lately, but picking his projects. And, you know, he had a string of movies that weren't that great. Like, there's a while where he wasn't picking good projects, but lately he really has been. And he gives it 100%. Like, he's a really talented dude, and he has surprised me in the past in, you know, some roles that I didn't think he would excel in. And I think he might actually be able to do this well.
So for reference, we know what Nic Cage looks like here, and this is obviously a Photoshop version of his head on a Madden, a very famous picture of Madden winning the championship with the Raiders back in the day. But for reference, this is what John Madden looks like, or looked like before he died. So, you know,
that was later in life. So what did he look like when he was younger?
That's true. Well, he didn't look like,
because everybody remembers what he looked like there.
Right. Well, he didn't look like Nic Cage.
That's it. I want to take his face off.
This is a really good question from Ian. Is Nick still broke? Maybe that's why he's taking the role and everything, because that guy is broke.
I got to be honest. Like, you know, Nic Cage is a phenomenal actor. Phenomenal actor. And John, you're right, man. The range on him. Like, if I saw John Travolta was playing Madden, I'd be like, all right. But when I see Nic Cage is playing Madden, I think, all right. But I think he can do it. You know, like I really think Nic Cage could pull this off because it's Nick fucking Cage, man. So I don't know. Interesting choice. Roddy, you got any thoughts on Nic Cage playing John Madden?
I don't know how he's going to pull that off. I mean, granted, he was trying to do Superman of all things, you know, and but I mean, Nic Cage will try to do anything really. So if he could play a I don't know. That's where why the face off reference came in there.
Nice. I like it.
Just doesn't look like him.
That period of time where he was about to be cast as Superman, that was a moment where I was just like, I like Nic Cage, but I don't think that's the right move. Like, I don't think he's
it's the same thing here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go and move on here real quick. This is now you saw John, you saw Alien Romulus. Is that correct?
Yeah, I saw it last night.
Was it a scary movie?
It had scary parts. I mean, I've seen a lot of horror movies, so like nothing really scares me anymore these days. Like I never like jump in my chair or anything like that. But I can appreciate good horror still when it's done well. And this had some parts. I was like, oh, that's a bit creepy, especially at the end. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was all right.
All right.
I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was bad. It was just like, you know, that was okay.
Okay. Well, obviously the new movie is out, and it has, you know, I've seen people praise it. I've seen people do the complete opposite and pan it. But one movie obviously is the original, and everybody loved the original Alien, right? Alien was top tier, and obviously spawned the franchise Aliens 2 later on. I saw this video on X floating around from 1979 when the original Alien was released, and it's a reporter who was asking their parents about taking their kids to see Alien in 1979. So let's take a look and see how they responded to this. First and foremost, look at this little kid. He's like 7 years old.
I love videos like this. This is great.
It's like you can see the look on his poor kid's face.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. It was awesome.
That is true.
So let's go and see. And this is definitely a small town, by the way, that they're at. But this is just a brilliant conversation. And we will stop and start as we see fit. So here we go.
Did you know that this was an R-rated movie when you brought him?
Yes, we did.
Are you sorry you brought him?
Yes, I am.
Are you glad you saw it? Are you sorry, sir, that you brought your son along to see Alien?
No, ma'am. I think you should.
Okay, by the way, this guy right here is the star of the whole video. Okay, because this guy's Joe Rogan 40 years early. Okay, just listen to what he has to say.
Son along to see Alien?
No, ma'am. I think you should have seen it. It's something that you need to know that things like that could happen in life.
You never know when you're going to encounter a xenomorph, son. That's required viewing.
It's so good, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Let's go and continue.
In life. That could be a true story.
That could be a true. I just want to dissect what this guy's. She says, "Are you sad that you took your child to see aliens?" And he responds with this most insane statement ever.
You brought your son along to see Alien?
No, ma'am. I think you should have seen it. It's something that you need to know that things like that could happen in life. That could be a true story.
He's talking like it's like Blav's working on the farm over here. Like, look, are you sad you had to take your son out to go slaughter the cow? He's like, no, that's all right. That's just the things that happen in life. You got to make sure that they know.
The chest burster scene.
It's
like
time these kids grow up.
It's a natural part of life. You're on the Nostromo and you're getting hunted down by xenomorphs.
Just absolutely brilliant. Here you go. Jeremy's like, I don't understand. I don't even understand what's so funny. I don't even get it.
You know, Alien was service announcement.
That's right.
My daddy fought the xenomorphs before me, and my granddaddy before him.
And Norm's right, man. He said this guy is definitely was in Vietnam. I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
Seen that shit, man. It's crazy. All right, let's see what else the other parents say.
Based on science. We never know what's going on the outside of the world.
Did the movie scare you at all? Yes, ma'am, it did.
Yes, ma'am, it did.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's so good. Yes, ma'am, it did. And by the way, great manners here.
Yeah.
We take him to see a lot of horror pictures and things like because we like horror movies. We're horror buffs, I guess.
Would you recommend to your little friends who are your age to go?
Okay. Would he, who just saw the movie, recommend his friends go see this movie?
Oh yeah, he's gonna say yes.
John?
Oh yeah.
Roddy?
No.
Okay, here we go. Let's see this kid's response. By the way, this kid's what, like 10?
Yeah,
Maybe?
he looks like a baby Ron Howard. It's kind of funny.
All right, so 10-year-old in 1979.
You recommend to your little friends who are your age to go see it? No, I wouldn't.
Oh, you're right.
He peed his pants in there. Like
no, I wouldn't. No.
You know he had to have been scared shitless the entire time. If he's like, nope, I don't want my friends to go see that shit.
Like in that first movie, like it's just you never know when that thing's gonna come around the corner. And if you remember, and I remember as a kid going to the great movie ride, and they had the whole alien scene or whatever, just like feeling that darkness there. Like, can you imagine actually being there and having the monster come at you? So,
yeah, dude, the great movie ride, by the way. Man, that scene in particular, that was scary. That was scary stuff. Rest in peace, great movie ride. I rode that the day before it closed. I made a specific trip to Disney, and when they closed that, man, a piece of that's where things ended for me, man. Was when the great movie ride closed. It's rough.
Yeah.
Damn.
That whole park, really.
Yeah. It's a damn shame. Ian came in with the $50, 50 euro monies.
Surprise booba.
That's right. With the 50.
Well, John says he's never afraid of things and he doesn't jump scare. So I thought I'd jump scare him with tits. You're welcome.
The man's greatest fear is the last film he saw. Let's go, Ian. Hey, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate that. And there are some boobies for you. Congratulations. I really just want to take a step back and just listen to that guy's answer one more time because it's so good. It's so good. Just about it. Just the idea that hey, this guy straight up had the tinfoil hat on in 1979. This guy was a trendsetter back in the day. He was straight up red pilled. Here we go.
Are you sorry, sir, that you brought your son along to see Alien?
No, ma'am. I think he should have seen it. It's something that he needs to know that things could happen in life. That could be a true story, based on science. We never know what's going on the outside of the world.
That man has seen things.
Right. By the way,
he's not wrong. I know what he's getting at. It's like you teach your kid a story or show your kid a story about facing your fears and venturing into the unknown. Because who knows? Maybe there could be a team that goes into space, and maybe there is some fucked up alien out there that we haven't discovered.
His son actually grew up to be an astronaut, and he's the one stranded in outer space by Boeing right now.
I mean, the kid's 10, right? So
right.
My kids are 8 and 5, going to be 6. So I've been not letting them see certain things or watch movies with certain words in them, and I have on my channel my reaction to Transformers the movie 1986, and that has the S-bomb in it. So I actually muted that part just to so that they didn't hear.
What's the S-bomb? Shit.
Yep.
You can't say shit.
Yeah. Hey, smaller kids.
I was genuinely serious. I wanted to make sure the word shit was the S-bomb you were talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way,
what are we gonna do? OS, what are we gonna do now?
I thought it was some slur I didn't know about. I was like, what's that? I want to learn.
Hey, by the way, I just want to point out, when you watch, just paying attention to his body language as we're going to watch this one last time. Watch his eyes when he says this. Because he's talking he gives you one of those
yeah, I've seen these things.
Right. Just watch it real quick. It makes it that much more funny.
Know that things could happen in life. That could be a true story.
Did you see it? He kind of opens his eyes a little bit more, like right there. He's like, "Hey, listen, this shit's happening, man."
Listen, those xenomorphs, they're fucking out there. You better watch out.
He's seen them, I'm sure.
Man, I wish we could find this guy, or his son, catch up with this. This guy's probably unfortunately gone, right? If this was in 1979, he's probably passed on to the next realm. But I'll tell you what, his son though may still be around, and I would love to be like, yo, did your dad really maybe what did your dad see? Did he leave behind a memoir or something along those lines? That's good stuff. Great stuff.
That's nice though. If you think about it, his son can go on YouTube and find a little clip of him and his dad stuck in time. That's cool.
Yeah, it is fun. Hey, check this out. Rotten Tanuki came in, says, yo, Craig, excited to share that Day One Patch Kids got a table at this year's Tampa Bay Comic-Con. If any fans are on the East Coast next weekend, come say hi. Tagged you with some samples. Hey, thanks, Rotten Tanuki. Cool. Appreciate that. Day One Patch Kids is pretty fun stuff. Always sending me DMs with stories and stuff. Really appreciate that. That is outstanding. Norm came in and says, I once fought an alien hunter in Nam. Some might call it a predator even. Anyways, kids need to be prepared for stuff like xenomorphs. Thank you, Normal man. You know what's going on.
So is this what Platoon and Apocalypse Now and Full Metal Jacket were all about?
Right.
The xenomorphs.
Damn xenomorphs. Ozma came in and says, I knew it. He says, I knew it. I just looked it up. That interview was at Ridgela Theater in Fort Worth, Texas, about a mile from where I'm currently sitting. Wow, Ozma, look at that research. We could have this guy, hypothetically, if we found this guy, I could literally do a face-to-face interview with this guy.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, I'm in North Texas. Fort Worth is not that far away. I would make the trek. Ozma, you want to do a little more research and find out who this kid is? See if you can. Let's see, 1979. Let's say the kid's 10 years old, so born in 69. So he's about He's in his mid-50s at this point, right?
Probably.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. Dude, we can find that random kid. I bet we could find the where that news story originally came from, and specifically where this guy came from. This guy's awesome.
He's still around.
I kind of want to turn this face into an emote on the channel just for like conspiracy theories. Like whenever something pops up,
be real. Aliens. Aliens.
Oh, that guy's great. All right. Speaking of movies, I saw this today and I was like, wow, this is kind of a cool story. Did you guys where does Batman 89 with Michael Keaton rank in your Batman, your Batman history? Where does that rank for you guys? Is that guy high or low on the list? Batman 89, the movie.
Great movie.
Really, yeah, I do like it, but it's not really high for me personally. I liked Returns better than the first
Really?
one.
You like Batman Returns better than Batman 89?
I did, yeah.
You're the one.
Something about the production design, Danny DeVito, I don't know, it just appeals to me more.
I watched 89 I'm sorry, I watched actually both of them recently. I watched Returns. I did not like Returns as a kid at all, but I watched it recently and thought it was much better than I remembered. And DeVito's very good in that film. He was very good. Yeah. But what's interesting about this is I saw this and I was like, wow, there is an official sequel to Batman 89, which I thought was, I guess, Batman Returns, but no, I guess it's not the case. But Tim Burton's 1989 Batman movie is getting an official sequel in the form of a novel written by John Jackson Miller. It's now available for pre-order, and you can pick it up for $28 or whatever. Set to release October 15th with the Amazon pre-order price guarantee. Blah, 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 right there. The official description of the sequel movie reads, "The Joker is dead but not forgotten. Gotham City is saved, but it's still not safe. By night, its new symbol of hope, Batman continues to fight to protect the innocent and powerless. By day, his alter ego, Bruce Wayne, wonders whether there may someday be a future beyond skulking the city's rooftops of the cavernous halls of his stately manor, alongside alongside Alfred." Yes. But even after his death, the crowned Prince of Crime's imprint can be seen in more than just the pavement. Remnants of the Joker's gang are leading wannabes fascinated by a bizarre mystique on a campaign of arson that threatens the city, even as it serves greedy opportunists, including millionaire Max Schreck. Ah, yes. And survivors of exposure of the Joker's chemical weapon. Oh, yeah, that's right. Smilex continue to crowd Gotham City's main hospital. That's it. That's kind of an interesting premise right there. The idea of continuing on. I don't know. That's pretty cool. I like the idea of that. And, I'm guessing this would take place between Batman 1 and Batman Returns.
Yeah.
When you guys, if you guys were to read this, would you be reading it as Michael Keaton playing Bruce Wayne?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Blaz, did you see Batman 89?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Listen, all right, I'm going to try to save myself here. I've seen the original Supermans, seen those. I have not seen Batman. I have not really seen a whole lot of DC except for Superman. That's it. Of the older stuff.
Yeah. Maybe that'd be a good thing to watch. I don't know, over on sidescrollerspodcast.com. I'm just saying that'd be a fun movie.
I'd rather watch Batman than freaking Schwarzenegger any day, so that's fine.
Okay. Maybe we can make that happen, then. Sounds good.
That would be a good gateway,
Right, I agree.
If you've seen the original Superman, have you seen Superman 2?
Probably. I saw them when I was a kid, so they kind of all blurred together. I can't remember.
You see the
4 of
Richard
them, I
Donner.
think, right?
Sorry?
I think there's
4 of them.
4 or 5, maybe 5.
Richard Donner also directed The Goonies, if you've never seen that.
Of course, I've seen The Goonies. Everyone's saying The Goonies. I've seen that 1,000 times. That was one of the things I replayed on VHS as a kid over and over and over again.
Batman started a whole thing with the 90s being more darker and stuff like that, because it was 89, but it ushered into the 90s with Batman Returns, and then the Batman animated series was spawned from those two movies. and like my kids are actually watching that as well. They had Batman the Ride at Six Flags Great Adventure, which I worked at, and they had the bat suit there. It was kind of cool, like the whole cape and cowl, and had Alfred saying that they had to get you to safety because you stumbled into the bat cave, so you need to ride this roller coaster, kind of thing. Was really good theming at the time. And
I mean, I'm not against watching Batman. It's just nothing. I just somehow never watched it. Like, my parents weren't a really big fan of Batman. They always preferred Superman. Like, they loved the '90s Superman show too. They just seemed more Superman instead of Batman. So.
And circling back to Transformers, the Kenner had the license to Batman toys, and they were the ones when they were acquired by Hasbro to do Transformers Beast Wars. And so the first version of Optimus Primal was a bat, and his robot mode was made after a bat after Batman. So, yeah,
nice. Well, one of the things that's probably most iconic about the 1989 Batman film was the actual the Batmobile itself. The design of the Batmobile, very, very iconic. Just as a quick recap, this is what it looked like here for those who don't know. Very, very cool, very sleek, not very functional at all in real life, but it sure did look cool, man. And this I think for a lot of people was like the Batmobile. With that said, to tie it back into the Batman '89 sequel, there's actually a crossover I don't think anybody saw coming on the way, and that is the crossover between Batman and Crocs, of all things. Crocs, the footwear. It's a Batman '89 Batmobile inspired Croc, which is, I got to be honest, kind of into the idea. Check it out. Looks pretty fucking cool. I'm not going to lie.
Those actually do look kind of cool.
I can see Craig wearing those. He's like, guys, I got Crocs.
Those are killer Crocs.
Good
night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Three of us got that joke. Three of us got that joke.
Did well, number one, have you guys ever worn Crocs? I've been guilty.
I've tried them out. I've never owned them.
No, but they are a thing here in Florida, apparently. So, like, a lot of people will wear them because they're, they're airy and they're comfortable. I'm still a sneakers kind of guy, so. Right.
The Crocs are coming back in style in a major way. And Blabs has said they've never really got out of style, but I see kids all the time wearing Crocs and Crocs and socks. Like, what are we doing? Crocs and socks?
I wear socks and
in the middle of summer.
Yeah,
in Texas and Florida heat, right?
I have Jesus sandals, like Birkenstocks, and I wear socks sometimes.
I'm wearing sandals right now. I'm just saying, let's go.
That's a flip flop. Or if you're in Australia, they're called thongs, which is really weird. But yeah,
this is a flip flop.
Yeah.
Flip flop.
What's it? Yep. What's a sandal? What's the difference?
Well, it's a flip flop.
It covers the back of your heel.
All of them. Sandals are like all open, basically, technically speaking, to open. Like you don't have to wear socks with them, but you can. That is a flip flop. Yes. What? Are you? Maybe you're not gay then. You don't know. You don't wear shoes. So.
This is a sandal. This has been a sandal my entire life.
It is a sandal, but that style of sandal is called a flip flop.
What? Hold on. Hold on. You're breaking my worldview here. I don't.
You
That's a flip flop.
That is a flip flop. Ask John.
John?
Yeah, I mean, I am unclear on the difference between a flip flop and a sandal myself, but I do agree. I would call that. Okay, yeah. I would call that a flip flop.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's a specific type of sandal. It's a flip flop.
I don't understand this. Hold on. We need to stop down the entire show. Look, I searched sandal. This is what pops up. You seem like the sandal has this behind it right here.
Sandals would cover the back of your heel in order to keep it on, but a flip flop doesn't have the back. So when you're walking, it flops. That's why it's called a flip flop.
Yeah, I just
what the hell are you talking about?
Flip flop is a type of sandal. There are different types of sandals in the world. I don't know how else to explain this to you, Craig. You are wearing a variant of a sandal. Let's put it that way. You are in the MCU now, okay?
Oh, I just Googled flip flop and guess what popped up? My shoe. Fuck. What is this nonsense?
And that was
Now you know, and
Who was
knowing
wearing
is
a
half
thong.
the battle.
You must accept the terrible truth, Craig.
Yep. Craig's
I've
wearing
been
a
lied
thong.
No, I would not. No,
That is actually what they
We're
are
American.
called.
We're
Yeah.
American. We don't go there.
That's fine. That's fine. But technically speaking, in like the United Kingdom and Australia and all those type of like countries, they are actually called thongs, which is really
Labs.
funny.
Well,
So
good for them.
Craig is
They're
wearing a
not
thong
American.
That's right.
on his foot.
Well, listen, if anybody from wherever, crazy land, like if you don't have free speech, I can't listen to you. Okay, I'm just saying, I can't deal with this nonsense. If there's no free speech in your country, I can't deal with you. Okay,
America.
that's
All
right.
right? America.
Let them know. Norm came in, says sandals, a strap, flip flops are slip-ons like slippers. I don't even know what's going on right now. This is just thanks, Norm.
Sandals have a variety of shoes and footwear included into it.
I don't even know what a chancla is. What is that? In the hands of mothers. What are you talking about, Gray Ghost? I don't even understand. Thank you for that. though.
I
That's-
understood that reference. He's talking about moms smacking their kids with their shoe.
I mean, I've
Oh,
smacked a
right.
few people with shoes. That's fine, but it's always been a sandal and not a flip flop.
So now you can go and smack your kids with your flip flop.
I feel like my entire worldview has changed right now. My pronouns are now he, they.
I thought it'd be flip and flop.
That's right. Flip and flop. There we go. All right. Let us move on to today's lead story, friends, as I can compose myself from my flip flop disaster. Okay. So there's reviews for the game Black Myth Wukong have been released. This game is a couple days out. Have you guys heard about this game? First and foremost, Black Myth Wukong.
Heard about it, yeah.
Yeah. Just as a quick reference, this is the game that we're talking about. This is the review from IGN. Along the way, you're going to notice this game is filled with monkey men running around, and it's you follow a singular monkey man running around and beating the hell out of this. Yeah, it's like kind of Dark Soulsy. That's kind of it's a Souls-like. I think that's the descriptor of it. In this fictional, like, I don't know, Asian-inspired world, I guess. And it has been getting some banger reviews. I mean, people have been all about this. Look at that guy right there. That's some freaky ass deaky stuff right there. But the reviews to this have been really, really strong along the way. And you can see the reviews here from all across the board. You see gamers, I don't even know what some of these outlets are, but you see hundreds, perfect scores, 95,
Wow.
93. 85, like really high scores across the way. Black Myth Wukong currently has an 82 over on Metacritic right now. So it's done very, very well, except for one outlet.
Oh boy.
Which Screen Rant gave it a 3 out of 5, which, hey, their experience may differ from everybody, right? And that's fine. Just because something's popular doesn't mean that you have to necessarily agree with everybody else. I get it. I hold no grudge when it comes to that stuff. But Screen Rant's review was put out. They gave it a 3 out of 5, as I said. And some real quick hits about this as we switch over and take a look at it. Their review, they have a quick TLDR along the way. Here's their review. A 3 out of 5. And you can see some of the pros. Combat is fluid and fun. Cinematography can be breathtaking at times. That's pretty
okay. It's a good
nice
game. Great.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Create great diversity in items and mechanics. So very good stuff, right? All things that you want from video games. This is some nice stuff here. But let's check out the negatives that they have here. Cons. Game performance is unpolished. Okay, that's fine. I guess everyone can kind of take their own thing. Lacking in inclusivity and lacking in inclusivity and diversity, and gameplay becomes repetitive over time. Just kind of squeezing that one in right there. Lacking in inclusivity and diversity. And here is their statement on this. says, while my analysis and review of Black Myth Wukong remained focused on gameplay, it's important to mention the controversy surrounded the game studio and its reports of misogyny and sexism from developers. I'm sorry, just as a question for everybody. Why is it important to even mention the controversies, the quote unquote controversies surrounding it? It has nothing to do with the game itself. It has zero to do with the gameplay along the way. They continue, says, playing as a female gamer allowed me to notice issues surrounding inclusion and representation. As far as chapter 1 and 2, while characters are clearly fictitious and fantastical creatures, there was no female or feminine NPCs, enemies, or bosses present. The only exception, if you call it, quote, female, is a boss named Mother of Stones in chapter 2, which is nothing more than a still glowing rock with no abilities being guarded by other enemies. So that's where we're at with this. Now there's actually points in this review where this reviewer said that they would have given it a 3.5, but because there wasn't enough inclusivity and diversity, they actually knocked a 0.5 point off in the game. Gentlemen and lady, do you think that is fair?
No.
Well, I'm curious about the world that it's depicting. Like, if I watched Wonder Woman and complained that there weren't enough men in like the woman Amazonian tribe, like that would be fucking stupid, right? But like nobody complains about diversity in that case if it's all women, right? But if it's all men, all of a sudden that's a problem. I am curious why there is, I guess, so little female NPCs. You'd think there'd be a few standing around with a quest or two, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Yeah.
Well, you're right, and I think that's why, I don't know. Ultimately, it's the designer's choice, right? Does she like going back to what she said here? The idea of like there's no feminine NPCs, enemies, or bosses, right? So here's the thing: allow me to play counterpoint to this. If only the enemies and bosses are female, then you have men beating up women as the bosses and enemies.
Yeah.
I can actually do you one more. How do they know what's feminine? How do they know what a woman is?
Right. Please define that for me. Here,
Exactly.
there, Screen Rant Writer.
It's just a giant circle.
Yes.
I saw a lot of body type 1, but no body type 2. It's weird.
there wasn't enough body type 2 in the game.
These people only just complain because they think diversity and all these stupid inclusion words means like people of color or women. So when for some reason that's not included, they're like, this isn't diverse, when obviously diversity originally meant diversity of thought, but these people don't have a brain, so oh well, I guess.
So here we are. We have just more stuff here at the end. It says, with the potential to have one of the best Souls-like games and portraying a beloved cultural gem of a novel, Black Myth Wukong missed any opportunities and has inherent issues that must be addressed and fixed to be considered a serious contender to all Souls-like. Should this be the case, I'd bump it up to a 3.5. So yeah, I mean, this is one of those things where like everybody likes this game, but there's always one. And I nearly put that in the title today. There's always one who complains about something. And I went in, and you know what's funny about this is I looked at this earlier, and the person who did the review of this, initially it had the reviewer's name associated with this review, but when you scroll down now, it just has Screen Rant Team associated with that. They have removed the author's name of this.
Who was the Screen Rant author? Do we know?
I did see it earlier, and I pulled it up and I closed the stinking window. But I'll tell you this: she's got them pronouns in those bio. I'll tell you that right now. So, yeah, and I think that goes back to when you see when you say I in a review, and you use that as an identifier. I did this, I said this, or I experienced this, and you change and you just present it as the Screen Rant team presented that review. There's an issue there. When you say I want to know who you are, so I can know your experiences along the way, to know more about you, because I think it says more about the reviewer than in general. Yes, there we go. Yep, here we go. It actually says on the bottom, it says the author's name has been removed for their safety.
Speaking of safety, no. Okay, that ties in perfectly, because I had a little bit of digging on Screen Rant this morning, and just out of curiosity, because the most controversial game that came out was Hogwarts Legacy last year. They put at the very bottom, Screen Rant, the whole J.K. Rowling is a known transphobe. We here identify with trans rights. Trans rights are valid. Here's a bunch of helplines for trans safety. So that's ironic, considering, for the editor's safety. Then they go and tie it back in with trans lives and all that. That's ironic. So Screen Rant has no validity for me or whatsoever. I pretend they don't exist.
When I see something like this, the author's name has been removed for their safety, right? Mm-hmm. That is such a cop out. Like what they're saying is when they say safety, and this goes back to the conversation point of the Xbox stuff, right? Talking online. If you're gonna put out a statement or a review about something, if you're going to say it in general, like, you need to be able to be criticized. You are criticizing this game, right? But now you're asking to not receive that same criticism based off of your criticism of that game or that media. That's bullshit in the biggest way possible. I can't think of a better way to describe that.
Think about this. How many people here on YouTube will give their thoughts and opinions about a movie, a TV show, a video game? They'll come up and they'll make a YouTube video and they'll say how good it is, how bad it is. And people will judge the review on the reviewer, in addition to reviewing, believing whether or not the game is good or not. They'll take that person's input, whether or not they are worthy to actually be able to give that style of review. I mean, you take a look at, other YouTube channels out there that are, and people clamor on about them. But, this is the same thing here. Screen Rant has, an article on here reviewing a video game. We can't criticize Screen Rant and their team and the person who actually wrote the review about whether or not the review is a good review or not. Come on.
That's amazing.
If you write an article like this, you should be able to stand by your words, not just put it out there and then anonymize it, and then people are like, who the fuck wrote this? And then the actual author's like,
yeah,
like
Coward.
It's silly.
And they're the same people who will criticize the YouTubers that are reviewing the games or movies, while they'll hide themselves. Come on.
And the term Screen Rant team is so silly, because like the whole point of a review team is that they're roughly on the same page when it comes to media, whatever they're reviewing, but all their opinions will differ slightly. Otherwise, why have a team? Why not just have one guy writing reviews? So like, and somebody writes a certain article, you want to know who it is and look at their past reviews. Because like, if you like somebody's reviews, that doesn't mean like you always agree with their review on something. But if they're consistent, there's value in that. It's like, okay, well, this guy doesn't like this game, but I did. And now he doesn't like this other game. I might like it, but I appreciate his input. Like sometimes it's really valuable to know exactly who wrote it.
And if they are, genuine with their reviews, even if you disagree with them, you can understand where they're coming from. And sometimes it's good to get an opposing viewpoint on a movie. Like, two reviewers who are usually consistent, they'll give a review. One may like the movie, one may hate the movie. It just means that, like, why did this person hate the movie and why did this person like it? There's just, you can see the good, the bad, and the ugly out of it. But whereas this is like, it's easily dismissible.
Yeah.
At the bottom of their review, they do have the note here. It says, the studio behind Black Myth Wukong Game Science has previously been accused of fostering a toxic environment for its workers. In 2023, allegations include sexualized comments against women, misogyny, fat phobia, and more. More details can be found here. Now, I went to the article right here as you guys were talking about this, and this is from the beacon of video game journalism.
God. Here we go.
And you can see here, this is actually really funny. It says the courtesy, this is actually originally from an IGN, but it's rewritten for the gamer. Listen to some of this. This is great. It says IGN also verifies. Oh, here we go. In the report, multiple instances of Game Science employees make highly sexualized and sexist comments are shared. IGN has verifies reports of job recruitment posters for Game Science bragging about friends with benefits perks in the workplace, and another poster allegedly reading, "Fatties should fuck off."
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Sorry, it's awesome. That's so funny. It's so funny. You should, John, if you can find a way to include that in your next video, that'd be really great. It says, while it has already been widely reported that the developer of Black Myth Wukong openly expressed that he doesn't want women playing his games, the report finds the source for this. It stems from a Weibo post from the game's lead artist Yang Kui, written in 2013. Okay, in 2000, so they're taking something from 2013, in which he suggests that women and men cannot enjoy the same games. The G spot for male and female games are fundamentally different, reads the post translated by IGN. This is not determined by the gaming environment, but by biological conditions. So that's seen as sexist? The idea that what he's saying is not the actual G spots. He's saying like the enjoyment for men and women in video games is different.
Yeah.
Like, tell me something that's not just fundamentally more pure than that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see a whole lot of men out there without pronouns in their bio just going out and playing Farmville. You know?
My wife loves Animal Crossing.
Right.
Like, you know?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Like, these people are so blind to just obvious facts. They want to live in this insane world, man. It's nuts. So wow, there we go. Congratulations, Screen Rant, for giving the lowest score, dragging the overall score down to a little bit lower than what it would have been. So congratulations. Any closing thoughts on that? Blabs, you got anything on that?
The world sucks.
All right, thanks, Blabs.
But I just want to pull this one up real fast. This super chat from Jason. It says, did you see the new FTC rule prohibiting paying for positive reviews, also prohibiting threats over negative reviews? And it turns out that's, correct. Interesting.
What does that mean? Like the idea that a game company can't pay somebody to give it a positive review?
That's not allowed. Yeah, it's not allowed, but it's also not allowed for threats over negative reviews. So that's interesting, because if you do a quick search from the Federal Trade Commission 2 days ago,
wow,
it's true. Buying positive or negative reviews, that's huge.
You know what company that hurts?
Second Wind.
The corporate rat. Think about who I'm talking about.
Disney?
Because they pay
it hurts all of them. Warner Brothers, everybody. So that's interesting.
Because they penalize for, like, if you give a negative review, they won't allow you to get an early review copies and all that. Disney is big on that. So, yeah.
Well, you know, these are you mentioned
Chinese are based.
They are, absolutely.
My brother-in-law is Taiwanese. He's pretty based. I'll give you that.
Samara Abedian is the reviewer.
You know, I pull that up real quick one more time. I got it. I think I had them pulled up. And isn't it amazing? Like, the internet is undefeated, right? If people really want to find the reviewer, you will find the reviewer. And yes, this person was the senior gaming guides writer over at that outlet right there. And in their LinkedIn promo, or in their LinkedIn bio, absolutely, her senior gaming journalist at Screen Rant. So there you go. Congratulations. All right, I'll tell you what. let's just do a real quick hit here on what you just mentioned there, Blabs, about the FTC thing, because this actually does tie into a story from yesterday. Have you guys been following this stuff with Second Wind Group? Have you guys been following this story at all about their
Nick Calandra?
Nick Calandra and everything that was going on with that? Have you guys been following the ebbs and flows of this?
I saw a little bit of the stuff around it, and I saw your interview with the guy who came on.
So, just a quick TLDR of this, right? About a month ago, or several weeks ago, a couple people quit the company, right? One of those guys released a video yesterday, and he threw out some pretty big accusations, pretty much saying, describing what Blabs just described, the whole FTC coming in and saying you can't, get bonuses or perks or pay for positive reviews and stuff. That's exactly what Nick Calandra was doing and has done at previous stops. And it really, it confirmed a lot of the thoughts about what the original Gamergate was started for. The idea of like, hey, we need a better journalist in the video game space because there's corruption along the way. And then it was shifted, the narrative was shifted by the exact same journalist you're talking about, turned into this like, well, they're harassing women type of thing, right? So anyways, these allegations came out yesterday, and Second Wind actually responded to this. And just a quick TLDR of this is that pretty much none of the things they were accused of were actually addressed in pretty much any of their statements. Because what they did was they had all the people that were still in Second Wind kind of respond to it. But specifically Nick Calandra, who's the boss over there, who's like the head boss, at least is the paid second most, went in and he didn't respond at all. So it was one of those where it's like, you release a statement, but you don't address anything, kind of like the Mr. Beast statement and the Kris Tyson statement, to where everything's like totally vague, but obviously you're hardcore going to be like, that's a great statement. They really addressed everything. But he pretty much just said, nothing to see here. Let's move on along the way. But it has been interesting to see kind of the response to this with Second Wind Group as a whole, as their Patreon has just absolutely taken a nosedive. This is a group that was generating $52,000 at launch. And in the last, I'll just kind of show you the response to this. This has been the response here, as they have dropped, looks like 500 paid members in the last 2 days, and over $2,000 worth of support. So you can expect this to continue to drop off, as the response has not been very, very strong along the way. So, but it just goes back to video game journalism. Am I right? We just continue to see
your review.
What's that?
Have integrity in your review.
Right. Yes.
If you think something is good, say it's good. If you think it sucks, say it sucks. Period.
And don't hide behind the team aspect of things. Well, we do this as a team for your safety. What a joke. All right. Just wanted a quick follow up. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? I just kind of wanted to do a quick TLDR on that.
I mean, I have a general distrust of groups and companies and corporations, because then, as soon as a group of people or organization forms, accountability is lost and people pass the buck, and then if you have a CEO who's sort of distanced from everything, they find excuses to give themselves more money. And I'm not saying that an organization or a company can't function well, but I'm just always skeptical. It could always go sour easily.
Is this experience from Machinima?
Oh yeah.
Where did the
famously poorly managed, and then just sold at the end.
Say, where did the evil company touch you, John?
Are they in the room with you right now?
That's right.
It touched me right in the content.
They always do, man. They always do. Roddy, you got anything on that before we close out on that quick hit?
Like I said, if you're going to do a review, it should be, real opinions, not paid for opinions. let your yes be yes and no be no.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and close out the video game side of things. It is Friday as always, so I always like to get on the bus and make a trip to Clown
The short
World.
bus.
The very short bus in which Blabs is riding.
I'm the driver.
That's right. Blabs, let's go to Clown World.
Clown. Clown.
All right, it's Friday at 12:30. So let's go and get into it. It is Clown World here. As look, we don't really do politics a whole lot on the channel. Some people are like, you guys do politics all the time. No, we do. We talk about the impact that these stupid people have on what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, and there's a big difference between the two. But I do think it's important to talk about this as one of our presidential campaigns. Campaigntees or potential candidates.
Campaign her.
Yes, true. Thank you. Is looking for people to work for she/they or she/her. I'm sorry, and they have a number of different options for their pronouns that you can put up. Now, why is this worth talking about? Of course, I would expect this from this side of the aisle. But there are what's interesting about here is some of the pronouns that are included, which I've never heard these pronouns before. So, obviously he, him, and she, her, they, them. Those are the standards. Then we have the Z, them, and Z, her, not H-E-R, but H-I-R. And then we have
Exactly. That's what these are hilarious. E-M.
Is this like Canadian A? A-M?
No,
A?
it's more like A. Yeah, no, anyway, go on.
And then we have, this is amazing, the her/her pronouns. Where it's literally the same word. But it goes even further, because then there's the huh.
It just sounds like you're getting punched in the gut. Like, this one made me laugh so hard when I read this more. It's like, it reminds me of Haley Welsh, actually, the Huck Tour girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, move on.
And this indicates that a person wants to emphasize their humanity over their gender, and fair, which denotes that a person is
That's
fluid.
Snow White's pronouns, because she's fairest of them all.
Oh, good point, Blabs. Is fluid between genders and not masculine genders. Also presented as options. So there we go. We have. I've
just been watching him for the last 30 seconds, and it's just pure confusion.
What? Like, it wouldn't be so funny if it wasn't so sad. It's so sad. That we're catering to these people who are just so mentally broken.
That guy over there has the pen. Oh, you mean her? Yeah, her. He has her the pen. Like, what the hell kind of English is this? Like, Z has the pen over there. Zim has the pen over there. Z Zeiser has the pen over. Like, where are we? Shakespeare's rolling in his grave, going, "Oh, just kill me now."
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, I will never tell anybody how they should vote, but whichever candidate, I don't care if they're on the ballot or not, which brings back insane asylums, I'm voting for them. I don't care who it is. Whenever we bring back insane asylums and the nut house, I will vote for whoever that is. I could care less. As long as we can put these wackos in a loony bin, I'm good.
When it comes to Kamala Harris, the idea that pronouns are the priority is so fucking ridiculous. Like, how about some policy proposals? How about doing a single fucking interview that isn't softball bullshit? Like, this is the concern, okay?
That's right. Hey, I want to make sure
I
you're
like the bus meme of Kamala Harris where she goes outside, she's like, "My bus!" And then she starts cackling, "My bus!" And there's nobody else there but her and the bus.
The bus goes here, the bus goes there, the bus goes everywhere.
All right. Well, there is a place that buses go, and that is schools. And many people have been pulling their kids out of schools, as especially in California in particular, as California is just straight up. I mean, it's literally it's just a totally different world. And we're going to hone in on a place called Davis, California. Now, Davis, California, if you were to look on the map, is definitely, it's actually in Northern California, right outside of Sacramento. It is to the west of Sacramento, which I think the further west you get in the United States, probably the more loony you get, right? But Davis, California, has now, there's such a confusion of things, specifically of what a woman is in California, that they straight up removed girls from the locker room, and they have replaced them with all gender locker rooms at the high school gymnasium. Yet the boys' locker room remains the same. So
Davis County, California, promotes girls getting raped in the bathroom.
Yes.
I mean, they're putting high risk situations for sure. Which, hey,
they promote girls getting raped in the bathroom. Period.
Say it with your chest, Roddy.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
you got
idea
boys
that
and then all genders?
the boys' room
Yeah, okay.
is preserved
Yep.
is so
That's what they're
fucking
promoting.
ridiculous. Boys can have their own private space, but girls can't have their own private bathroom space. It's insane.
So progressive. It's great. Good for them.
It's weird how crimes are going up while they do that. Oh, weird.
right.
Who would have thought?
Well, this is a parent actually emailed them regarding a lesson on gender ideology. This is back from 2023, and the principal responded that there were 13 genders, which I actually think is extremely upsetting. As we all know, genders are infinite. I think it's very bigoted of that principal at this point. So, but some of these included. Obviously, gender queer and bigender and trigender. These are things. Now they stopped at tri when they should have gone to quad gender. Obviously non-binary, third gender categories, two-spirit people. So that's where we're at in society, at least in California, which is.
I'm offended. My gender's not included. I made this one up before we went live, and Craig approved it. I am 10 spirit. I have 10 personalities in here. 10 spirit.
Good for you, Blabs. It's good.
They're not. They're excluding me. I'm upset. I'm offended. Read.
You should be offended. You should probably sue. Just saying. There's a
I'm the
Razorback
lawyer.
says New York recognized 53 genders in 2016. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is true.
These people are nuts. Absolutely
Maybe they
nuts.
got 10 spirit in there.
Maybe. Hey,
meanwhile, you can't walk down Times Square anymore without worrying about your wallet getting pickpocketed.
Or getting stabbed or, whatever.
That's right. Speaking of loony bins, hey, there was this whole thing about several months ago. We saw the Disneyland employee who was working at the Bippity Boppity Boutique, which is designed for little girl makeovers. The idea of doing the hair and makeup to make your daughter into a little princess. This is something that I've done at the Disney World. Not me personally, but my daughters both did the Bippity Boppity Boutique, and you go in and it's fun, and they do your hair and do your makeup, and they put sparkles and pixie dust on you, and it's so cute and fun. And it's all, a bunch of, it's supposed to be the fairy godmother's little worker bees or whatever that are helping you out there. And they're all women in dresses, except recently in California where we saw this happen. But this has now apparently made its way over to Florida, as now this is thanks to thatparkplace.com. As families continue to fume as dress-wearing dudes at Disney World and Disneyland do little girls' hair and makeup. Which, if you were to walk up, I'll tell you what, Roddy, if you were to walk up with your kiddo to go to the Bippity Boppity Boutique, and some dude with some rocking a mullet and a mustache who has pronouns of she, her, decided to do your little girl's hair, how quickly would you bounce in that situation?
My kids are not going to Disney World.
There you go.
Yeah, we've made it a point that we're going to Universal a lot. We're going to Busch Gardens. We're going to SeaWorld. We are, Universal. I'll tell you this much: their parks are awesome. absolutely awesome. And Epic Universe is going to take Magic Kingdom's lunch. Period. Mario is bigger. Mario is bigger than Mickey Mouse.
Yes. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. And by the way, here's the original guy from Disneyland, by the way. Like, he's literally got a mustache. He's like, okay, what are we doing here? But he's so beautiful. So beautiful along the way. And brave, I do want to point out. So good on that guy, I guess.
Maybe he's a fey fur.
That's right. We found him. We found the fey fur along the way. Anyways, so there we go. I'm tired. It's Friday. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Clown. Clown.
You know, we could do Clown World literally every single day. Like we cut so much from Clown World every week. Like it's nuts. And,
I'm actually adding stuff so we have documents chat, just so you guys know how we run. Every single day is a new document, and for Friday's document, I'm always adding stuff into it on the Mondays.
I just gave you a palate cleanser in the private chat.
Oh, let's see what we got.
We can't share that. Maybe we can. Craig, can I share
spicy?
that?
You know what?
Some spicy memes.
Let's see what we got here. I got it, Blabs. I got it.
Oh, I already had it. Look at that. It's already there.
Yeah, but I want to make it nice and big. All right, here we go.
Already big. Don't be mean to her.
I'm just talking. I'm just, hey, go ahead, Blabs. Go. Oh, okay, I'll get it. Here we go.
I just close it as he's telling me. Fine.
I got it.
Oh shit, man.
Sorry. Who is this, Roddy?
Sydney Sweeney.
That's Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
All right, nice. I mean, what? There we go. So here's Sydney Sweeney, even closer for everybody. Just as a nice little palate cleanser. Maybe this is what we need to do when we do Clown World, is we need to have a weekly palate cleanser. That's how we keep people involved in what we got going on. So congratulations. There we go, you normal men. There's Sydney Sweeney to finish up your week and take you into the weekend.
I just wrote in the document Sydney assets.
What's up, Labs?
I just wrote in the document Sydney assets. So that was nice.
Sydney assets.
Good assets. Good assets.
We do need to have a weekly palate cleanser for sure. I think that's good. Hey, Taker came in with 5. Says, speaking of Halo, I was the worst player in my small circle of friends. When playing an online match, I got put on the other team over chat, and we heard that's probably the worst player, and I just laughed. Also, first online match in Reach, 0 kill, 20 deaths. Jeez, Taker, you suck. Yermo came into the 5. Says, I thought it was about fulfilling the kids' fantasies, not the employees. Yes, exactly, correct, Yermo. Appreciate that. Talking about the Disney World mustache men over here. Let's finish up with these super chats. Normal Man came in and says, who would win, Craig or the difference between tank tops and t-shirts? Shut up, Normal Man. It's not that. ADDF Toxic says, we used to refer to flip-flops as thongs in Canada too. Growing up, I thought Thong Song by Cisco was made about it was about a type of sandal.
I never heard of that. As a Canadian, I've never heard the term thongs.
That's fun.
Well, I mean, to describe shoes.
No, Norm came in with the 10. Says paid reviews banned. Disney Xbox most affected. Thanks, Norm. Appreciate that. All right, go with Labs.
Okay, so these I messed up. Benjathan says is legit topping somewhere. I think Sweden. Javi says, Craig, speak normal. What the F is a they friend? Are they them?
Yes.
Beady Cake says, also speaking of old products, remember Bubble O Bill bubblegum ice cream? No.
I do remember bubblegum ice cream. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Mr. Beast infection. Transformers are the demons for the small hat tribes.
If you're referring to something else, okay, fine, but not the robots. Leave the robots alone.
Raging Wolf says, can we get a reaction from the classic It's a Wonderful Life, episode 1? That short series of videos are so nostalgic. John, glad you're alive. By the way, it's Jon for John. Just saying. But thanks, Raging Wolf.
So I'm glad I'm alive too. It's a relief.
You sure? you sure?
Yeah.
Did you check your pulse? Check it. Mr. Big says, not surprised that EVO doesn't allow trash talk anymore. The FGC will do anything for that esports money, even get rid of what made it fun. Taker says, I need to know if that man saw AVP Requiem. Jimbo says, Jake Weddle did an interview a few months ago talking about the isolation challenge and sounded completely different on the Shaky Experience podcast.
Yeah, I did see that. That was a Mr. Beast thing right there. I don't, this Jake Waddle guy, something doesn't sit right with this guy about me. Just throwing it out there.
Too many Jakes are on Mr. Beast. Master Gawa says, hashtag bring back bullying. It made gaming great, and Hollywood was making better movies under Weinstein. Feelings on better when dating women. We've gone soft. He kept those bitches in line, apparently. Benjamin says, we call them slippers here, blabs, not thongs. Depends on where you live. Master Gawa says, we still have astronauts currently stuck in space an extra 2 months because Boeing quality is scarier than xenomorphs, but at least Boeing is diverse.
Most important thing.
Soon as Soul Silver says, this is why I don't trust journal reviews and Game Awards. If only there's an actual Game Award that is meant for the normal men.
You know, if only there was. I'm just saying, if you guys want to head on over and become voting members at the Real Game Awards, head on over there and check it out. I'm just saying, it's we got some big announcements coming up very, very soon.
Caleb, I think it's funny how the ideology goes so far in a direction it flips back to pre-17th century situations. Greetings, new people. Hello. Mo says, behind on the stream, you guys are messing with my vocabulary. My dad used to call flip-flop thongs, and I call flip-flop sandals. I mean, they're all sandals, though. And Javi says, when will side scrolls admit they are fake news and John is indeed generated artificial intelligence? Blabs, you, ma'am, are fake news. Oops.
Well, excuse me, princess.
I assure you, I am not a robot. Sorry, go ahead.
And then he's like, does not compute. Absolutely Rudy says, John looks like Hopper from Stranger Things. A little bit. And Master Gawa says, Hollywood shapes identities. Disney is the heart of where all these new genders come from, which is why Elon is sponsoring Gina's lawsuit to wreck them. And then Chica says, I kid you not, there's a non-binary transformer in Transformers Earth Spark. Yes. And over on locals, Robonox sent I think a gif of what looks like Boogie eating mayonnaise. That's disgusting. Thank you for the $1. Spoon Ninja says, no one's mentioned Conan. And he sends a picture of Conan. Thank you. Spoon Ninja also says, no Conan. And then Robo says, it just sounds like a bunch of white people trying to tell Chinese people how to make a game based on their own culture. How racist. And we are caught up on that.
You need to see Conan.
Well, I'll tell you what, these are wonderful things. Why I think that we may be doing some reactions to potentially over on Side Scrolls podcast.
If you get her in at least Batman, like the first 1989 Batman, come on, like, you know.
Yes,
I can understand not wanting to see an Arnold movie, you know.
And female.
It's not your thing.
I don't understand that. I want to see all Arnold.
I love Arnold movies. Arnold movies are the bomb. Commando, Total Recall. Then you get Stallone movies. You get Rocky, Rambo. You get Demolition Man. Come on, you know.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're on Rumble.
It starts with West Batman.
Over
Sometimes
on Rumble.
you can't just get rid of a bomb.
Folsom Lockdown says, thoughts on Nicolas Cage playing John Madden in the upcoming biopic movie? We mentioned that for sure. Folsom, thank you very much. Random Nobody says, I made a Dr. Pepper glaze for when I get to cook the ham for Christmas. That's right, man. Dr. Pepper is used for all sorts of glazes, and it's delicious. Dude says online PvP died when skill-based matchmaking and private parties were put in. Just feels like I'm playing with a bunch of bots nowadays. Thanks, dude.
Yep.
Mighty Megatron says, it's been a while, Craig. How many police officers does it take to change? Okay, we're doing a joke here. All right. How many police officers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They just beat the room for being black. Thanks.
Wow.
All right, Mighty Megatron. Thanks for that. See your joke about cultural stuff.
Wow.
Mighty Megatron says chancla is what Hispanics adults beat their kids with. It's what you have on your feet, Craig. Oh, okay, thank you, Mighty Megatron. Appreciate that. And Shane says Craig can't read and didn't know what flip-flops were. I'm genuinely asking myself how Craig has made it this far in life. Props to you, Craig. That's right. I am an inspiration, Shane. I appreciate that. That's literally my role here, is to inspire everybody on a day-to-day basis. All right. Hey, guys, I want to remind you guys, and it would be huge if you guys would take advantage of this right now. Head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com. If you guys enjoy the show, if this has become a part of your daily routine, we want to produce more content for you guys, more exclusive stuff, do special live events over there. We have our membership over there at 50% off right now. It's 50% off. Use promo code NORMAL. Head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com. If you see any value in the show, this is a great place to support it. Right now, we have 71 members over there. I would love to get to 75 by the weekend's over. We're going to keep that promo code up through the weekend. So head on over there, use promo code NORMAL. I would love to get to 75 members. That'd be outstanding. So thank you guys very much for your support. With that said, I want to encourage everybody to go check out Roddy's channel and obviously John's channel, because John, you have coming up here in just about less than an hour, premiere of a new video. Once again, tell everybody about it.
New Arby and the Chief about Luigi's Mansion 2. The toys just chill and play the game and bicker, and there's a little surprise at the end. So, yeah, John Graham on YouTube.
All right, nice. And Roddy, fill everybody in about what you do.
I talk a lot about Transformers, obviously robots in disguise. I do retrospectives and such. I just recently did a video talking about the fact that the next Megatron toy for Studio Series 86 will not be a gun, will actually be a tank, which is getting some fans upset. But I am doing my big episode 100 as a retrospective for a particular character. It's going to be a very special one, so you can stay tuned for that very shortly. And as soon as I can finish editing it, I've just been working on it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's go. Go ahead, Blabs.
I lost it. Damn it. Oh, here it is. God. Okay. Chica says, chill, man. All as Mr. Freeze was pretty cool.
Hey, thank
Bye,
you so
Rodmus.
much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
You
Nice
offended
to
him.
meet
Oh.
you.
I thought he was offended, but he's like, nah.
Oh, don't point that at the screen because YouTube's going to think that's
I know.
real.
Gun Megatron.
Whoa.
Just relax. All right. All right, guys. Hey, listen, we're off for the weekend. We'll see you guys back at it again on Monday. Looking forward to seeing you guys then. Once again, spread the word, tell a friend. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. We're 60 away from 1,000. That's our goal every single episode. Appreciate you guys popping in, allowing us to be a part of your life. Thank you so much for being a part of ours. With that said, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys Monday at 11 a.m. Central Time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.